Howdy y'all, my name is Nick and today I'll be showing y'all my Active 2.0 pressure washer setup. I've had this setup for a little over 3 months now and been through a couple car washes, and let me tell you, it's been a fantastic upgrade. It's definitely enhanced my car wash experience overall. And compared to what I had previously, which was that little Sun Joe pressure washer you see down there, it has been fantastic. It's been absolutely amazing. And so today's video, I just wanted to give y'all a quick tour of what I've got set up here, and to give y'all a quick demo on what it looks like washing the car and using the system. And if you want to stick till the very end, you'll see a quick time lapse of me and my dad setting this up here in our garage. And well, of course, be sure to check the description to see all the products I use to get this set up. But let's go ahead and give y'all a closer look to see what my setup looks here like exactly. Alright, so here's the Active 2.0 wall-mounted pressure washer solution. And if this looks a little different from the start of the video, it's because I moved that portable table away from the wall just so that we can see the full system here. But otherwise, that's where I parked the table that I used for the car wash to hold some items. But let's go ahead and start by showing y'all what everything here is mounted onto. So what we have here is a 3/4 inch thick piece of plywood secured to the studs behind them using wood screws. And as you can see, this piece of plywood has been primed and painted white. I think it gives it a nice aesthetic here in the garage, giving it some contrast to the beige walls. And that's what it looks like back here. But yes, if you guys can notice, the plywood is secured to the studs themselves, and everything you see here, the Coxreel, the mounting bracket, and the stainless steel shelf are all secured with lag bolts that go through the plywood and into the studs. So I would highly recommend that. This Coxreel especially gets very heavy once the hose is installed, and once water is running through it, it does get heavy. So I highly recommend you installing those on the studs. And the reason why we need the mounting bracket like this is because if we can go back here, that the mounting points on the Coxreel itself does not match a 16 1/4 inch center on center stud, and that's why we need an extra mounting plate for that. But yeah, let's go ahead and start by taking a look at this Coxreel. If I'm being honest, this is the star of the show. This is the main reason why I wanted a wall-mounted pressure washer solution, is because I was so tired of reeling up the hose myself, and it takes just a while to get everything straightened out and reeled up by hand. So this has been an incredible addition to the car wash experience, and this thing is definitely very robust. I don't think it's gonna break anytime soon. Coxreel is definitely an industrial commercial grade product, so I firmly believe that this thing will last a long time. But on the Coxreel is a 75-foot Cobra Jet hose, all from the Clean Garage. This all comes in the kit that you'll see in the description if you click those links. But yeah, this 75-foot hose, this reel can definitely hold a 100-foot hose. I didn't need something that long, but I also wanted something a little more than 50 foot, just in case I want to reel this thing into the backyard. But this thing has been great. I definitely don't use the full 75 foot in my driveway. But yeah, this is the Coxreel here, and as you can see, my only gripe about this thing is that it comes with a brass fitting. So you can definitely upgrade this to a stainless steel swivel fitting, but so far it's been working just fine. Just everything else I have is stainless steel, so I think sometime in the future I'll upgrade that to stainless steel just to match the aesthetic of everything else. But yeah, here is the 3-foot jumper hose that plugs directly into the Active 2.0. So let's take a look at that here. So here is where the jumper hose, the outlet for the pressure washer, it's connected to a quick connect fitting here. Now, of course, I likely will never take off the take the jumper hose off unless I really wanted to maximize or use a different hose that's not on the Coxreel. But it is a quick connect here. And also what I have for the inlet is a 90-degree stainless steel elbow. That way I can plug it in directly from the front. And as you can see, I have a lot of Christmas decorations besides the shelf here. Real estate is real hard to get in this garage, but yes, this is a also stainless steel quick connect for the garden hose, and makes it real easy to get that plugged up. But here's the pressure washer, and as you can see, I added this stainless steel mounting bracket here just to prevent the pressure washer from tipping over. And if I'm being honest, on my first wash, this thing actually did fall off of the shelf, which was quite scary because it was being held on by just the jumper hose and maybe either the power cord too. I wasn't sure, but I definitely didn't want that to happen again for a very fancy system like this. So I added this mounting bracket and secured it to the bottom of the shelf with some hardware, screws and nuts, and then added a felt pad here just so it doesn't scratch up the side of the washer. But yes, on the side here I also have some extra nozzles, and these are not the ones that come with the pressure washer, but rather these are 4.5 orifices from the Clean Garage. That way those make full use of the 2 gallons per minute that this pressure washer is capable of. But yeah, that is overall all I have to say about the system. It's been working very well, and let me show y'all what this system looks like for me and how I usually use this to wash my cars. Alright, so to get this started here, I get my garden hose from my backyard, which is not too far away there, but I have this usually my 0G hose running all the time. As you can see, it does run, and I also added this ball valve here onto the hose. That way I can turn this off without running all the way back to the backyard to turn off the spigot. So let's go ahead and shut this off here. That way, release the pressure, and we can remove the regular garden hose nozzle. And there you can see the quick connect on there. So we'll go ahead and just attach this onto the Active 2.0. Alright, that is connected. So before we turn on the water, let me go ahead and put on my spray nozzle on it. Alright, so we've got our spray nozzle on, so let's go ahead. We can turn on the water now. Okay, once we turn on the water, I just want to expel all the air from the hose itself before we turn that thing on. So let me just go ahead and unreel this. So what you just saw me turn was the retention knob, just so that it doesn't keep unreeling as I'm using the pressure washer. So let's go ahead and expel that water from the hose. And today we'll be washing my dad's Audi Q3 here. Not so much a contact wash, just a quick rinse, just to show off what the pressure washer can do. And I'll show y'all that in a minute. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn on the Active 2.0. Alright, Alright, so what I have here is the active foam cannon. This thing has been real nice. I think it's built very well. I do love all the features of this foam cannon with the stainless steel ball on the bottom. That way when you tilt it down, it gets all that foam out of the cannon. And so this is filled with 1 to 10 ratio of Chemical Guy's Honeydew. It's not the best soap out on the market, but it's what I got. I think it does foam pretty well. So this should just give y'all an idea of how well this pressure washer can spit out foam through a foam cannon. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, to give y'all a closer look, here's the foam cannon. So as y'all can tell, I did not rinse off this car first, so it's foam going on a completely dry car, but otherwise this foam is incredibly thick. This foam pressure washer does an incredible job of outputting lots of water, and that's how you get all that foam dripping down. Alright, so the foam's been dwelling for a little bit, so let's go ahead and rinse it off. I just got that 4.5 orifice 40-degree nozzle on here with McKillen's extension wand, and this I believe is the MTM swivel spray gun here. So let's just go ahead and rinse off the car. Alright, so we just did the foam cannon and rinse, and as y'all can tell, this thing outputs a lot of power. And I don't know if y'all could see whenever I was foam canning that that Active 2.0 does tip a little bit, but that bracket really does help it prevent it from vibrating off the shelf. But yeah, that's the Active 2.0 wall-mounted pressure washer solution. Hope y'all enjoyed that demo. If y'all stay tuned for that installation, I'll show y'all how we got it all set up. But thanks for watching. Okay, before I forget, let's go ahead and just reel it up and clean up here after washing the car. Now, disconnecting the hose after shutting off this valve, there's still some water left, so that's why I have this microfiber. Doesn't do a good job soaking up the water, just because it's one of those throwaway towels, but just to get it off of the shelf here. Okay, and what I like to do to reel it up is I like to use the wet towel here just to clean up the hose while I reel it in. But sometimes there's a lot of friction when it comes to that. And now the only thing you see here might be easy to reel it up, but the same struggles happens with the hose trying to get kinked up and stuff. So that's just one thing. It's not gonna be the all perfect solution and it's gonna solve all your problems. It solves a lot of them, but getting the hose to cooperate with you is just a universal problem. And yeah, especially this season when there's acorns falling from the neighbor's tree, the hose definitely does pick up a lot of that dirt. That's why we want to clean it up before we reel it in. Tighten up that retention here. And we are all good. You just have to reel up the garden hose, and we're all good. Beautiful. This one go here. Okay? This one. Nice.